All right. So this is going to look a little bit different because my camera decided that today was the day it wanted to end life on this planet. It's always something. So I don't know why. It worked yesterday. Doesn't work today. So we are streaming in a different way. So I'm using my phone. It is precariously set up, and that's why it took a little bit longer to get up on the thing. I love technology. It's the best. Anyway, good morning. How's everybody doing? Hi, Momo. How's it going? Amy, good morning. Kimberly, happy Sunday. Hello. So I've been in a bit of a wildie hangover and trying to catch up with some stuff post club shipments. So sorry for the radio silence. I've been posting so regularly for a while, and then it's just kind of gone by the wayside for a minute. So yeah, and it's been moderately icky out, which is always less motivating. So there is that. I have a whole bunch of stuff that is in the works for soon for you guys, but I can show you a little bit today. I've been busy doing the things. I obviously can't show you the Medallion Club medallion for the next go round. And there's a new anniversary medallion coming out right away here. So that'll be the first shipment of those ones will be this next club box, which is the June-July club box, which ships at the end of July. So it'll avoid everybody that's going to Briarfest and all the crazy that happens at the beginning. Part of the reason why we moved everything over the 1 month. So yeah, that's exciting. It'll be Briarfest soon. We're like less than a month away, which is absolutely insane how fast time goes, but it is what it is. Camera, please. I know. What the heck? I don't understand. Otherwise, tired? My soul is tired. There's a lot of like mungy grossness that happens everywhere, and it is very hard. I'm a very sensitive human, and it is hard to see it in the hobby. It's hard to see it in the world in general. It's hard to exist with all of that. That's been part of this in general as well. And it's interesting because it doesn't really matter where you go, it seems to pop up everywhere. There's bullying, there's meanness, there's grossness, there's jealousy, there's all the rest of it. Even in the going out to see the Wildies caused a whole bunch of drama. So that's always fun. People that basically are like, oh, these are, you can't do this or you can't do that or why'd you do this? And it's like, really? Can we not just do things and have fun and enjoy life? It's so exhausting. But anyways, yeah, even within that, and we have now the Stampede coming up with all the art stuff. So everybody's posting for that. There's the Best Customs contest. People are posting for that and the Stone one. And there's always stuff happening. And it really is shitty to see people that feel the need to bully others and just be gross. So don't do that. Don't participate in it. Don't feed it. That's my only suggestion. I don't want to get into the crazy minutia of the ridiculousness, but it goes to all levels. So don't feel like you're alone if you're experiencing that. Try and find other people that you can communicate with, speak about it, and you're probably going to understand fairly quickly that you are not alone in experiencing it or being exhausted by it. And there's a lot of people that are experiencing it and being exhausted by it too. And we can get around it. It's part of why I say don't feed the trolls. The more energy you give that, the more you get. So you feed it and you breed it and it becomes a thing. So yeah, put your focus on the things that are positive and what you want to see in the hobby and what you want to create in life and the hobby, and that will do you a lot better. Let's see. Hi to Marion. How's it going? Good morning. I think I need an extra month of Briarfest prep, says Amy. Pretty much. It's like a slog. And everybody, I think, is extra tired. Not only is there all this extra stuff going on, but now you're trying to get ready for Briarfest, and we're all just pooped. Which makes it harder. It makes it harder to be all the things, but it is. Momo saying, wondering, have you ever done a magnetic main system? I haven't done a magnetic. Oh, I did. Did I do? I've done magnetic forelocks. I've done magnetic horns. I've done I don't think I've done fully interchangeable mains yet. I had some stuff in the works, but it's usually been horns and forelocks. I had a custom that I did that was a Brioso, I believe, by Sarah Rose, the Cantering Andalusian, and I made him into a mohawked unicorn, and you could swap out the forelock for a horsey forelock or for a horned forelock. And then I did Ariana later, which had an option for different forelocks you could put on her. It is a bit of a pain in the butt. I would use saran wrap, plastic wrap, over top of whatever you're working on to make it as clean of a fit as you can, but you're pretty much always going to get a seam. That's why it's better to hide it in crazy hair or something that will give you make the seam less apparent. So yeah, it's quite the experience to try and do magnetic stuff, because it's trying to get the fit and all the rest of it is intense. Andrea, hello, welcome, good morning. People need to chill and support each other. Yay! Yes. It's unfortunate that we don't see as much support, especially from people, like it holds higher, heavier weight from people that are higher up in the hobby. And I don't know that we see that as much to the people starting out. It feels like we are getting less and less beginner friendly and novice friendly, which makes it very hard. And a lot of the people, like whenever you have gotten to any level in the hobby, you've come here and gotten here by the support and love and critiques, like positive critiques, asked for critiques of people that are around you. And I don't think any of us would have done very well had we been not supported and crushed when we were little. So it's hard. It's very hard. It's hard to put yourself in the shoes of the people beginning again. And I don't know. It's, yeah. All we can do is do that for others and hope that there gains momentum for people doing it for everybody else. Maybe others will see that it is something that is positive and it doesn't hurt you at all to support other people, but you can't really change other people. So all you can do is focus on what you can change, your realm of control. What other people do, say, think, whatever is out of your control, and you can't do anything about it anyways. I tried for many, many years to control and change and wish things were different, and it doesn't work. So that's all you can do. Focus on your little, what you can do, which is what your being is able to contribute, and try and put a different example out there or what you want to see happen. And that's all you can do. You can't make other people change. You can't logic them into changing. It doesn't work. All you can do is be you. So do that. Courtney, hello. Lynn, hello. Good morning. Lizzie, hello. Good afternoon. If you're in the East. I know I kind of pushed it a little bit, and then my stupid camera. So the reason why it looks different is the camera died. So I'm trying, if the whole thing falls, because it's very precariously on here. Teresa, hi, you made it. Karen, hello. So yeah, it is hard. Lizzie says, did I miss something? No, we've just been talking about how I have been, a little bit about interchangeable mains, because Momo asked a question about that, and kind of the hobby mung it's hard right now. I think people are tired because of Briarfest, and it's not necessarily bringing out the best in everybody. When you're exhausted, your tolerance level goes to here. So just, we can't change anything that other people are doing or not doing. We have to kind of do our stuff ourselves and try and put our energy into the stuff we want to see. So if you want to see people supporting other people, go and support other people. If you want to see people being nice and positive, be nice and positive. Camera. Why? Is it going to come back? Come back. Come back. No. Goodness gracious. There. I told you we're precariously on a ledge, and this is going to work not very well. So I'm going to have to keep the stream fairly short because this is going to be a dink the whole time. So on that note, I will try and be quick. So that was my soapbox for the stream, I guess. Like I said, it's why I say don't feed the trolls. promote what you want to see in the hobby and positive things and good stuff. All right, so hopefully you can hear me now. I've been up to a whole bunch of stuff. I can't show you everything, which is pretty par for the course. Medallion Club medallions in the works. New anniversary medallion will be revealed soon, hopefully in time for people to join up if they want to still join up. And I did do a little bit more work on this lovely lady. So she has more hair. I want to tweak her nose still, I think. I am not 100% happy with that, but I'm loving her hair. It reminds me of the Connemara Samwise that I rode when I was in Ireland with the lovely Annie. And the sea was blowing his mane, and it was just, it looked like waves, and it reminded me of waves, and I love the little piece that comes off of her ear. So she's going to be ready very, very soon. And then her tail, I did take down a little bit at the end. It's kind of cool because fell ponies are super hairy and wonderful. So it gave me a lot of excuse to play with that. She has a little bit of Shetland mixed in. This is the piece as like a memorial for my grandmother that passed away a couple years ago now. And she was spicy and small, so she can't be full fell. There's not enough refinement in my grandmother for full fell. She had spice and snot and sass, so there needs to be at least a little bit of Shetland, but she will be available soon. I might switch things to doing like a pre-order style with her so that you can put deposits down and then I'll work through the list. With the economy the way it's been, it's hard to pre-order all of the swag and get that all ahead of time when I don't know what the run numbers are going to be. So I'm going to maybe play it a little bit more like that. So if you've been waiting for her, she will be coming very soon. I'll be doing all the prep and getting some glamour shots and then putting in her mold and filming that process because it's kind of fun. She's going to have some interesting tricks with her because of this gap right here. That's going to cause some really interesting requirements for the mold. So, and I'm sorry about the camera distortion. It's all, you can see my, it's not working. I will just keep going fast so that we can get done. But yeah, she's super cute. She's so spicy. And then she's got her little like posing with her toe up. I just love it. There'll be a whole story I'll do with her, but she should be fun. She's going to be a nice girlfriend for Bombas. She's a little bigger. Little. She's not as small as you would think. Because she's meant to be full proper traditional, and he's a weird in-between scale because I sculpted him to sculpt him. I didn't sculpt him for scale. And then I still have some painted pieces that I'm working on that might be available Briarfest time. I did fix the mane on this guy. So I'm going to put his first layer of primer on and then hopefully use the one that had all the pinhole bubbles. And then he'll be done in that smoky black pearl that everybody voted on, which is kind of cool. So people's choice. Speaking of people's choice, if you're in any of the clubs, you're going to be getting your people's choice surveys. I'm going to do it for everybody, and you'll get to see what it is. So hopefully that'll give you more input in what I'm up to. It will alter what I'm going to be sculpting for you going forward, which is kind of cool to have the power to do that. And then, yeah, we'll see what you guys want. So there's this little one, hair by hair, tiny, tiny, tiny little hairies in there. I had the reference photo somewhere, but I don't know where I put it. It is like a, I don't even know, almost snowflake Appaloosa, but not quite. It had all these little hairs through it, and I don't know where the reference went. It's somewhere. Oh, I can see it. I see it. Ba-ba-ba. So a very, very cool Roni color for an Appaloosa. And you can see that there's positive spots in there and then all the little, I just loved it. Crazy because there's 5 bajillion hairs, but you'll get there. You're close. Well, There's nothing on the one side, but we're close on the other side. So getting closer, at least. Kind of fun. And then this is Josine Vingerling's Mojo resin with a new mane and tail. So it is a little bit customized, which is kind of fun. And then there's the Artist Proof Hair by Hair Leopard Appaloosa on ruffles. And then the other side, you can see there's no hairs, so you can kind of see the difference between the two. My lighting doesn't love me, but that's okay. So that'll be kind of fun. And I'm probably going to have to put a counterweight in this guy because you can see he wants to wobble. And when I did the original, he didn't. So balancing is always a challenge with resins. So I might put a counterweight in his tail, which is just drilling a hole, sticking a little metal fishing weight in there, and then filling it. And then that'll make sure he always stays on his tail. He's not unstable to the point of falling over, but tippy models always make people nervous. In the big version, he actually sits down on his tail quite nicely. I don't know if they tweaked it for the plastic. I cannot see that from here, but he's heavy enough that he would have tilted back. I kind of wanted the gravity defying effect of the bottom or the front foot being off the ground. So yeah. Any mini Nokis left? I can actually reach out to you, Karen. There's going to be some bitty biters that I'll have available for club members first and then public if there's any left over. They molds basically are done at this point, but there was a couple of orders that didn't work out for whatever reason. So those pieces will be available plus a couple of extra that the mold can do. So I'll have some odds and ends for sale right away here. And I still have some extra stickers and medallions of things that will be bundled up, and I'll do some fun stuff with that. It is Medallion Madness month. So make sure that if you're doing a medallion, you tag me and let me know. I know I don't think it's an official year. I don't know if it's being run officially, but people are still doing it. I still need to make a post about it. But if you're doing something, I'm going to try and do something fun for people that are doing that. So if you're painting a medallion, let me know. Tag me and stuff. I'll probably do some sort of official email me with your completed piece thing at the end, but this is your warning to start one if you haven't started one, and I will have some prizes for people. So yay! And then there's also the Juggernaut giveaway that'll happen at the end of July. So if you're wanting to get in on that and you aren't already in one of the clubs, do that because you get one entry for every month you're in the club. So do it. Tamarion, I need color ideas for my armored Bombus. I want to paint him soon. He would look really good in Silver Bay. I would say it depends on what color of armor you want to do. I would kind of, if you have an idea for the armor, then do a pretty color for the armor and then match that. Like a bright blue armor would look really good with a dapple gray or a black or a blue roan, something like that would be kind of fun. It's so hard. There's so many color choices. I gotta like narrow them down. Anyway, what brush are you using for the itty bitty herring? I got shit for this too. Get shit for everything. I can't breathe without disturbing the piece, apparently. But my brush of choice is it here? No. I have a whole bunch of these really tiny Kolinsky Sable ones. They're okay. Anytime I see a really tiny brush, I try and grab it. But my brush of choice would be hiding on me. So Winsor & Newton. Oh my God. Is it upside down or is it backwards? Winsor & Newton Series 7. Nope. Anyway, Winsor & Newton Series 7. It's a Kolinsky Sable. This is a 00. They do come in 000. I don't have one of those. It is nice to have a little bit more length on it so it can hold a little bit more paint. Kind of depends on what you're looking to do. The little ones don't hold any paint at all. And then this guy's just some generic red sable. Leon Hardy is the brand. I don't know where I found it. Rain Rotmarder from Germany. Yeah, but I like the cleansies. They do get wrecked over time, so you have to be kind of gentle with them. They're usually about $30 to $40 depending on where you are. So it's not cheap, but they do hold their tips really nicely. Any Klinsky sables will. The more expensive, usually generally the better tip they hold. They're just made a little bit better. Yeah, and I quite like them. So Teresa says I'm gonna need a Raffles. Oh, okay. Well, I'll have a couple of things that I'll have available for people, which would be kind of fun. So yes, there's things. I wish I could show you the stuff that's like right here, but I can't. Darn it. Oh, yeah. No, not today. Can't show you that today. I guess before this camera dies again, I should probably think about doing the thing. Karen says, I love generic. I bought a Klinsky. It didn't last me very long. Yeah, you have to be very, very anal about their care. Even this one, the tip's kind of a little bit funky. You can, from what I've heard, put them in like just the tip, apparently, in boiling water, and that'll sometimes fix it. There are products, Winsor & Newton, I think, and Liquitex, and maybe even Golden make brush restorers. But definitely get that pink soap and wash it really regularly. Don't leave stuff in it, and don't try never to get paint past that metal part. You want to keep the paint well above the metal part, or it gets in there and it causes problems, which causes the bristles to do all sorts of horrible things. But yeah, I've had these two. I have two of them, and I've had them for a very long time. Another really good brand is Da Vinci, and they have little micro brushes, and they have a micro run, and then they have another run that I can't remember the name of, but same kind of deal. They do the same thing pretty well. And they're really good. So if you're looking for little brushes, they usually come in like a 3-pack. You can get them individually. They're quite small. Where do I have them? And then Tamiya makes them. They're all right. And they have a little stabilizer on the back for whatever reason. I have no idea why that's there, but I have all sorts of different brands, but I always tend to go right back to the Winsor & Newton Series 7. And they're meant for watercolors, so you will wreck them over time, but I get a lot of life out of them, it seems like, or I at least make them live. Like, you will live. It's pure force of will. So I have no idea. Amy, seeing that foil sculpture in the background as a T-Rex instead of a horse. There's always like stuff. So yeah, there's things going on. It looks like a T-Rex from this angle, I suppose. And I will just casually bring the camera back. So I can't show you it in full just yet. So there's a thing that you guys got peeks of. They weren't supposed to get peeks of. So yay. Let's see. But I do definitely want to do a dinosaur at some point. I love them, and I love that Christina Lucas Francis did dinosaurs for the longest time. So fun. On that note, on the note of dinosaurs, Breyer released their, let me share my screen. This guy, that is the overall show prize for the open show, Santé, I believe. Oh, Santé. Ha! See, I did it right. Pronounced Santé. French for wish you good health. All right. Sure. And cute little carrick. It is a bay with high socks and ermine spots and a cute little blaze with a kizzy spot. It's kind of fun. We will see, I'm assuming, the next one at some point later. We don't have anything else there. They did do their mid-year releases. You guys have probably all seen them by this point. There's a cool polo pony in a darker color, which is quite nice. They did a dapple gray at one point with kind of the airbrushy dapples on it. I quite like this significantly more. I like the color of it. And polo ponies are just fun. The color looks really nice on it. Then there's 2 more, which we that was spoiled on the boxes of the original set of 3 anniversary horses with the horsey briar markings, that there was going to be a saddlebred and that there was going to be a smart chick. So we now know the colors. Ta-da! Magic. All sorts of cute little ponies in there. I see a Huck Bay. I see Smokey. I see the Fighting Stallion. I see Hamilton. All sorts of different ponies on there, which is kind of fun. There's a Fireheart right there. I see it. I quite like his color. And then the Smart Chick is a nice color as well. We've seen this color fairly recently, my brain says, in this mold, but still really cute with all the different markings that they did. And it's neat how they adapted it for different kinds of patterns. You have your Sabino and your Appaloosa and your Pinto and, well, technically Tobiano, Overo. So kind of done the gamut. This is gorgeous. The fact that we have a nice new classic Arab mare in a very, very pretty silver bay color. I might need one of these. She is adorable. And it looks like, for whatever reason, that maybe they retooled the mold, because that looks like really crisp detailing in the face. So that would also be very exciting. Then we have the Christina Lucas Francis mold, classic Lippet Morgan, I believe. My brain does not remember the Freedom series very well. Anyway, also very cool, pearly, kind of Lipizzaner looking, with your cute little halter with their little charms on it. One is a strawberry and one is a raspberry, which is kind of cute. And then we get this, which everybody thought was a glow-in-the-dark piece, which it is not, apparently. It is just mint chocolate chip. So it's kind of a fun summer idea. I kind of like it. I have a whole bunch of this mold. I'm not sure if I will conga or keep the conga going by getting this one, but it is very cute, and I do like that flavor of ice cream. Then we have this, which is super exciting. So this is a Gems of the Ocean gift set. They're supposed to look like sea glass. There is a Clearware Fireheart in mini, and I'm freaking out a little bit. I have ideas. So very cool. I'm excited. I might need a few of these. And I like blue, so I need one for OF. And I quite like the purple. I don't know. They're all quite nice. So I enjoy Clearware. I know a few of you, including Amy, does. Goodness gracious. Do as well. So hopefully you see something you like, and it's kind of cool, because I like it. I like that they're Clearware, and I can play with Clearware ideas. So yeah, that's kind of fun. I know Amy has 5,000 ideas for doing stuff with the Clearware ponies already. So good luck, Amy. And maybe we'll see him in individual packs now that they're doing him in Clearware, because they've done that before. Alborozo came out kind of like this first, and then they had him in Clearware in the paint your own sets. But they make you buy the set first, because they know people want the bodies and the ponies. So that's the thing. Main beauties. There's 2 new main beauties. One is a sweet / ice cream shop, looks like. And then the other one is a flower shop. Yeah, sweet shop playset and flower shop playset. So those are kind of cute. Bald face on this one. That's kind of neat. They do also have a coloring contest. I don't know if it's over yet. June 13th. Yes, so that just finished. We should start. I saw an entry the other day, so I figured the end was probably coming up pretty quick. So there's that. Briar's doing stuff and things. So yeah, that is kind of the state of the studio and all the stuff and the Briar stuff going on. I know a lot of people posting their best customs contest entry. I did not get myself ready enough to show those off unless there is a thread for them. Everybody's posting them individually. I don't want to miss people's entries. So maybe I'll form a thread for next time, because we'll see a few more coming out. The deadline usually brings out everybody posting their entries, which is kind of cool. I'll put them up on the screen, what I see here. So there's Legionario glow up for Emilia, which is very cool. It's nice to see him get a little bit of love. He has a lot of cool spirit to him. And I've been trying to post on everybody's as I'm seeing them. So if you haven't seen me comment on yours yet, like I didn't see this one yet, haven't been online enough to be seeing all the things, and the algorithms are dinks. So there's that. This is Best Customs Contrast called Bojangles, which was most extreme, it looks like. It used to be it is now a Highland Pony Stallion, and it used to be a Saddlebred Wheeling. So that's quite a extreme change. It's kind of cool to see them side by side. If I can get my window. Nope. That just cut it off. Weird. I hate when Facebook does that. And then that was by Dark Equine Studios. Book of Runes Studios is a Jurassic, for the most Jurassic division. Started off as a... they told us, and I don't remember what it was. But very cool drafty pony. I love, like, this is so accurate. The shoes and the feet and all the little trappings and the face. I've been at the Calgary Stampede enough in the back with the draft horses to, I normally try and take photos of them going into their thing, which is very cool. What was the mold? Oh, there we go. So the Tricaner, which is a pretty big change. It's kind of fun. Let's see. So what's that one again? Best Customs Contest. I'm gonna try and keep my camera going here. We'll see how it goes. So this is D.F Studios, equine art by Devin. So Appaloosa, Leopard Appaloosa, lots and lots of detail there. On the Harley mode. Very cool. Another one I hadn't seen until this. This is kind of cool too. So this is Ruth Sheridan. Gazalik? Oh my God. You guys should just be here for the entertainment of me trying to say the names. Most extreme. Didn't change the eyeballs. Somebody guessed this mold too, and I can't remember what it was. Oh yeah, Astrid. So that's a pretty wild change. It's kind of cool to see people doing the really drastic stuff. And we're seeing a lot of churn, I guess, in the artists participating, which is always very cool. There seems to be a lot of people that have gone to the stone stuff exclusively. I know some of the rules with Breyer had changed for which states could participate, so obviously that would change who's available to do stuff. They're doing their custom contest on the stone Arab this year. So yeah, and then there's Kayla Lovejoy did Sham, a glow up on Sham, which is very cool. He's got a cool feel to him too. He was created by a Art Nouveau artist, and you can feel it in the sculpture, just the lines and the curves. So very cool to see him get a cool glow up. Very, very fun. This is a Best Custom Call Me Callaway. See, I call me Callaway. Damn it. Call me Callaway? Call me Callaway? I don't know. Most extreme. So this one, I can't remember what they said it started as. They even did a whole backdrop for it. Some cool wild hair. Flying ears. Who did it start as? Started as a Cleveland Bay. So that's kind of cool. I love seeing the drastic stuff because I like seeing how people change it and how drastic it really is. This is Best Customs for finish work. It is by Madison Rigney. The last one was by Kayla Blaine, sorry. And then this one is a very, very pretty dapple. Look at all the detail. You can see all the little hairs. It's not showing up as big as it should on the screen. There we go. Look at all the little hairs. Very, very nice, soft, creamy white markings. Madison does a good job. Very cool. That's on Kylie's Rhiannon mold for Briar. This is another one that's really cool. So Best Customs Contest entry, Fantasy Division by Celise Ray Abel. A very cool unicorn leaping off of a cliff in wild stripy colors attacking a dragon, because that's not freaking cool. Even just the engineering of trying to get stuff like that to work is so neat. It's got cloven hooves. I'll make it bigger here for you guys. Big open chompy mouth. And there's a baby hiding on the other side that I didn't even see. Like, there's a baby. Oh my god. Ah, so cute. Dragon's pretty cool too. He's got some wicked teeth to him. That would have been a lot of work. Very, very cool. And just neat from all angles. Like, you can totally see the gravity defying nature of the piece. Very, very neat. So that's wicked cool. Oh, Perry. This is Kayla Lovejoy's Process of the Sham. Took the whole face off because it's sham. It's kind of fun. And it's neat to see people post about all the different things. That's BCC. Here's Bree's entry. It is a tortillas, tortillas, with a lovely dapple buckskin coat in Tobiano. Nice pinking in the whites. Lots of good detail. Very, very cool. It's got all those little veinies. And so some people were waiting for clarification on the rules because there was some contention about what they meant by kind of owning everything. I've dealt with them in some circumstances and heard some stories of the same goes for their photography policies, is they basically want to cover their butt and be like, we own it so we can use it whatever way we want so we don't get in trouble. But they don't necessarily look to abuse it, but it does open some doors for them to have the ability to abuse it, which then makes people nervous. So clarification was required for some people. Slur Rocksmith from last year. That's 2020. Now we're getting into old stuff. Amy, I think your stuff was showing up on Instagram only. Okay. Let me see if I can find that over there. Pardon my... Here. And if I'm missing you, I apologize. There's a lot of stuff to go through, so I'm going to try and compile it a little bit better for next time. This is Amy's entry. It is the High Horse, which kind of has a cool story behind it. Very neat sculpture, too. I wasn't sure if you were going to enter your long pony or what was going to happen. It's very dolly, and I really like that feel. So that's very cool. Congratulations, Amy. Best of luck. So, yeah. And it was a Kelso, which is very cute. Keep it within the height restrictions, probably, because it is a very high pony. But look at all the ponies. Long dog ponies. I love it. So creative. Anyway, I know I missed some people, so if I missed your entry, I apologize. I'm going to try and collect them in... you can do like collections on Facebook. I'm going to try and do that, and then I can keep them in one place and show them all as much as I can find for next time. And if you know of somebody that I missed or I missed you, send me a link and I will include it for the next stream. I just wasn't organized enough with my brain cells to do the whole organizing thing. So yeah, that's the thing. You didn't post it on Facebook. That would be why. Loving the glow ups. Hi, Carol. I wonder if the plastic is that color or if it's a painted over uncolored plastic. They're usually painted over uncolored plastic, but you never know. it's easier for them to just do a run of clear plastic than it is to switch a whole bunch of colors. So they'll probably be strippable down to clear, or close to, I would imagine. But they also have the glitter in their hair, which is a pain in the butt. Andrew says I need to see the Mustang in person before I buy him because he wish they'd gone with a deeper mint green, closer to the actual color of the ice cream. Yeah, it's a little hard. Minty, all of our minty stuff is kind of more that color, but I know in some places they get a little bit deeper, but it's always fun. It's cool to have ice cream ponies. We've had sprinkle ponies before. Kim saying, love the glow ups. Yeah, it's pretty cool to see. Oh, Studio Mare did a incredible fantasy entry. Did I find that one? I will try and find it. Of course I can't find it. What the heck? This is not working. Oh, Starmare. No wonder I'm not spiraling that one. There we go. Oh, yeah, that one. Hold on. Hold the phone. Sharing again. See, I know I was missing stuff. I've seen a whole bunch of stuff. So this is really cool. This is the Thunder of Hooves, aka the horses. These are all horses in the sky and the clouds, and there's clear acrylic holding them up with lightning on them that actually lights up with little tiny horses running away in the bottom, and light up eyes on the big guys, which is quite neat. This looks huge. Very impressive. So it's just such a creative year. We're seeing so many new people and people that are going outside of the box. I love it. 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 So yeah, check it out. I'm going to try and compile more for next time. Again, like I said, sorry if I missed your stuff. I did not see Darren's. Let's see. She can't officially enter, so it would be an unofficial entry. There's it. Shared screen. Try and keep the camera alive. Sea pony. Hybrid. Can breathe underwater. Feel strong. That is based on. She's got a whole thing on her website, looks like. Lionfish? Am I right? Lionfish. I think it's a lionfish. I will swap to her website now. That's very cool. Very impressive. And on a Sato cigar mold with all his fins. It looks very much like a Croy almost. From the one angle. That's kind of cool to take a cigar and make it look like that. Very fun. Home video on the making, which she normally does. Looks like it's shown at a show already. She's got stickers. Very cool. Lots of cool stuff. That one, like I said, would probably be an unofficial entry because she's Canadian. Unfortunately, a whole bunch of us can't play. Darren was lucky enough to be able to play the 1 year when it was open for internationals, and I didn't get my boop in a group fast enough. So my one chance I missed. So yeah, that's kind of the gist of the stuff that's going on. Yeah, lionfish, got it right. Woo! It's very cool. It's very cool to see everybody come out of the woodwork and do the cool stuff. Go out there, comment on people's stuff, support them. Even if people are just starting in their journeys, it's really cool to go in there and pick out things that they've done well. You might not necessarily think they're going to win the contest or that their piece is the best in the world, but giving them some encouragement on what they're doing well is fantastic. It really is helpful, especially because we're all little sensitive artists, and having the little food for our soul in good encouragement ways to be like, oh, go in this direction. You're doing really good with your colors and your shading, or just like whatever you can kind of compliment somebody on, it will help them on their journey and they will greatly appreciate it going forward. So yeah, that's kind of cool. I missed a comment. If Starmare isn't a finalist, I will be shocked. Me too. It's kind of hard. Judging is very subjective. Like we've seen in previous years, not everybody loves the entries that win, and not everybody loves the entries that don't. It's subjective. So it's always a challenge, and there's always egos involved, and there's always people that get upset for either not placing or whatever, or so hard. It's art. Some people love things, some people don't. Some people, there's a thing in it that automatically turns it off in their brain and they don't like it for whatever reason. I know people that will judge certain classes at model horse shows and they won't place art. Well, it's art technically. They won't place models at all if they're done by certain painters, or they are certain colors, or they're done by certain sculptors, or there's certain breeds. They just totally, their brain turns off and they won't even qualify them. So it's very subjective, and we're all very biased in our own ways. So that's why I say go out and support the people that are doing the things, because that love will mean a lot to them whether they win or not. So, and it's kind of in the entering. The winning's really cool, and it's nice to have the prize or the money from selling said prize, but try not to get your soul wrapped up in it too much, because it's very much out of your control. I definitely want to at some point do some speaking on some of that stuff, because it can be very hard as an artist to step away from your art and to put it in such a vulnerable position as like a big contest like this. So maybe something like that would be helpful for people. But anyways, thanks, Momo. I try to be open, and yeah, it's hard. It does sound like real horse shows, Teresa. Everything's that way, and that's why it's hard. Like I said, even doing the photos of the wildies and going into like fountain pens, there's drama, there's bullying, there's nastiness, there's like one-upmanship. It's everywhere. So you can't run from it because it's everywhere, and you just gotta do your thing. So like I said, try and seek out all the people that are taking the big leap into participating in these contests, comment on their work, support all the little people that are coming up, especially if you think that they're not getting the support that they need. Be the first to jump in there and do it. So on that note, my camera's probably not going to survive for very much longer. Well, my phone one. I'm going to try and fix the other one or figure out what's wrong with it for the next stream. I will see you next Sunday. Club members, expect in your inboxes this week that you're going to get your polls for all of the good stuff that I'm sending out, and more information on what's coming should be coming soon. All right. Love you guys. See you next week. Don't feed the trolls. Feed all the people doing awesome stuff and all the good things you want to see, because then it will make it more. They will get happy and healthy and thrive. So, all right. Love you guys. I will see you next time. Have an awesome week.